Hello,
Alright.
ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are. I'm just waiting. There we go. There we go. Now the picture-in-picture is working.
So,
Let me go ahead.
so
and
I
pull
do.
up the video.
So I do apologize for last time we did this, because.
Where's the audio? The audio is muted. Why is the audio muted?
What do you mean?
Okay. I clicked on the window. VBA. Okay, audio.
So
There we go.
I'm gonna probably be spending quite a bit of my time defining the other upgrade that I haven't gotten to yet. This will be interesting. We don't need like a 3, 2, 1 thing.
Hang on.
So when we last left off, our friendly neighborhood bounty hunter was flexing on the space pirates.
As she is wont to do.
I mean, would you flex? I mean, would you flex on them?
Seems like it's fairly easy to.
But would you want to if given the chance?
Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. And I'm dead.
Died already?
Yeah, well, I saved with like 2 bars of health left, so, you know.
Makes sense. I'm just kind of looking in areas where I may have not been. So what would you say you'd be looking for in a Metroid game?
Somewhere I can refill my health.
Well, that's actually in Chozodia. And there's also Chozo statues that can refill your health and your weapons. Because
Who is skidding their tires outside my house?
Yeah.
I heard a squeal of tires. Come on, guys.
Well, anyway,
It's 7 o'clock.
So the Super Mario Brothers movie came out this weekend.
Yes, it did.
Well, last weekend anyway.
Yeah, this past weekend.
Now, the burning question would be, did we like it? The answer.
Yes, but 0 out of 10.
By the low rating.
There's a rather massive critical lore fuck up regarding Donkey Kong.
But
Donkey Kong, they said that the Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong's son,
and in
actually Cranky Kong's grandson.
actually that's only in the current iteration of Donkey Kong. On the older iteration, it's his son.
I think he called him Grandpa in Donkey Kong Country.
No.
Well, regardless, that.
And the thing is,
the current Donkey Kong is supposed to be the son of Donkey Kong.
they must be going with like an older or bit of lore,
which is weird because they have a lot of really recent stuff in the film.
Maybe it's a mixture. Either way, lore.
Weapons and energy fully restored. Now I can go back down to Brinstar. Or Kraid. Yeah, I can go back down to Kraid.
Well, just remember that,
Falling damage? What's that? I'm Samus Aran, bitch.
Yeah, Samus. Yeah, as you've noticed, Samus doesn't take fall damage.
Alright. Can't catch me.
You know, it's interesting how the Wii U emulator ends up being able to capture the Game Boy
down there.
The Game Boy Advance stuff pretty easily.
Yeah, it also seems like it does the DS fairly well. Well, did you know that it can run most DS games?
Yes.
Yeah. Samus. I just need you. There we go.
Ah, there we go. Another missile tank. Or super missile tank, I should say. So, was there anything else to say about the Mario Brothers movie?
It's surprisingly quite good. Chris Pratt does a really good job as Mario, and the stuff where they have, and Charlie Day is actually really good as Luigi, funnily enough. I think, like, everybody is better than they appeared to be in that one trailer, and I don't know if they went back and re-recorded a bunch of stuff, or what, but, like, even Jack Black is better than, like, Jack Black was good in the trailer, and he's still, like, better than he was in the trailer.
Somehow.
Yeah, I think it might have something to do with, like, them using a bunch of, like, early takes in the trailer rather than, you know, more sensible, like, later production ones. Otherwise, like, there was some really weird stuff where people were, like, talking about, God damn it. People were talking about, like, in full disclosure, I haven't actually finished the film because, you know, things basically conspired against my being able to finish the film before we came to showtime tonight. But
it happens.
yeah, Yeah. But ultimately, like there was this whole stupid kerfluffle about like supposedly people were like talking about on how like, oh, this movie was really about Peach or something like that, which isn't true. Like she's not. She's basically portrayed kind of how she is in Super Princess Peach.
Yeah,
like,
she's
or
she's
Mario RPG, where she's like a capable character, but not like domineering.
yeah,
like
and minus the whole
Hollywood.
Yeah, and minus the whole weird thing where
with the weird thing with the emotions powering
yeah, the vibe
attacks.
yeah, the
that
vibe
was,
scepter.
yeah, that was a little bit strange. But yeah, Seth Rogen could have been really good as Donkey Kong. As it is, he's okay.
He's easily the weakest part of that movie.
Like the weird thing is, we can hear like a brief sample of what could have been a really good Donkey Kong voice when he starts getting really aggressive during the Donkey Kong fight with Mario in the film, which actually winds up going really well. Like it's really well choreographed, and like Mario basically goes through hell fighting Donkey Kong, and they have a bunch of really nice references. This is the old Donkey Kong music from the arcades and Donkey Kong Country, etc.
There's even
they have the DK rap in there.
Yeah, he enters with the DK rap.
Yeah, that's
my
his,
thing. My Wii U's flickering on and off in the display on the TV.
That's Donkey Kong's entrance music, so to speak. Like he's a WWE superstar. I wanted to cringe just saying that, but yeah, like literally, that is his. He walks out like he's a wrestler, and Cranky Kong tells him to stop showboating and get on with it, which is kind of funny. And then, like he and Cranky have a really good dynamic. I think the only problem is that, like I said, that if you're a hardcore fan of the Donkey Kong lore, and yes, Donkey Kong does have lore, or Donkey Kong is supposed to be, Cranky. The original Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong is supposed to be Cranky Kong, and
yes.
Granted, like Mario and Cranky Kong don't have any history together, so things are gonna be different, but there's it's just a thing, Well, like you could have changed one word and it would have, it wouldn't have mattered at all to the movie, but it matters to the fans, and they did a lot of really interesting work. One problem the film does have is that there's too much licensed music. Somebody needs to restrict Universal's access to the licensed music, because rather than using like the Donkey Kong Country theme song, the Diddy Kong Racing theme, for instance, during the
yeah, I agree with the whole licensed track thing. That was a bit like we like a lot of the my mom and I liked a lot of the music in the film, but yeah, that was weird. It was weird hearing the Kill Bill theme in Mario.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and the fun fact, the Kill Bill theme isn't even from Kill Bill. It's a cover of it's an instrumental cover of like a Latin pop song, I think. Or no, it might be a piece of Latin classical music. One way or the other. Or it's like, and it was also sampled in Black Eyed Peas' song "Pump It," which is a great way to make your film lose all identity. "Take on Me" by a-ha is used during the section that could have used music from Diddy Kong Racing, because they all hop aboard one of the Kong's carts.
I thought it was a neat. I thought it was neat to have the Kongs have all these carts.
I like that part. I wish they would have used like the Donkey Kong Country theme. Actually, you know what? Donkey Kong Country or the Diddy Kong Racing theme would have been perfect. Like, I wish they would have used one of those, but they didn't. And so we got what we got. What we got was all right. There is one particularly good use of licensed music. I think where like Mario and Luigi are running to try and get their band breaks down. They're running to try and get to their to the plumbing job. There's a really cool reference to the fact that Mario Brothers used to be part of the Wrecking Crew.
Yep.
Because Mario.
Yeah, Spike is actually in the movie.
Yeah, Nintendo actually used a bunch of the same kind of graphics, which is why Mario appears in both Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers. Or is just because, you know, it was easy to use those same kind of graphics back in the day.
Yeah.
And so, the Wrecking Crew appears as the guys as who Mario and Luigi used to work for. Charles Martinet plays several roles in the film,
Including Mario and Luigi's dad.
He plays Mario and Luigi's dad. He plays their uncle Giuseppe, who sounds exactly like the original Mario.
Oh, and let's also not forget the that one Italian arcade guy. That one Italian guy who was like, "Oh, you got, your accent's
guys sound great." I think that was supposed to be Uncle Giuseppe, but I can't remember, or I can't remember which character that character was supposed to be, but yeah, they have this really funny skit at the start of the film where
we're the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, they reference the old Mario Brothers Super Show theme as part of their plumbing commercial, which is great.
They spent their entire life savings on that.
Yeah, and they have them speaking in the Mario Brothers accents, and then they have them speaking in more like a Mario Brothers Super Show style throughout the rest of the film. So Chris Pratt sounds kind of like Captain Lou Albano, which is great for me because I love the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
I'll take a milk in a dirty glass.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from that show. Oh, because I heard it in a playthrough of Sonic 06 once.
Do you not remember?
I don't.
If you take drugs, you go to hell before you die.
I never watched the show.
Oh, you don't have to watch the show. Oh, that was a meme.
Of course it was. Why am I not surprised? Hey.
I'm gonna go walk through here now because I've been meandering about Kraid for a while.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah. The thing with Kraid is like the weird thing is that even though I have this app image that shows me all the power-ups and whatnot, it doesn't actually accurately show me everything.
Walk through part 1. You know what would be great is if you'd actually tell me where it's period. Gozo Ruins. Got that. Orpheus, got the Ice Beam, Bryn Star, already got that. Kraid Unknown Item 2 Speed Booster.
Basically, so you went and got an item that doesn't register with your current suit, correct?
Let's see here. I have one unknown item here.
That's
Here's
the
long charge beam and ice beam.
In the when you get to where I am, when you get to where I'm at the unknown item will turn into the plasma beam.
Unknown. What is an unknown item 2?
Space jump.
Okay, IGN, you know what would be great is if you had a fucking map here.
are maps?
We all just stop having maps in this stuff or something. Sorry, where's my ship? A wingless dragon. I believe that's supposed to be Kraid.
Ah, there's one.
All I want is a guide map.
All I want for Christmas is a shiny thing.
Baby.
Let's see.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about those presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want for my own more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. One of the problems is that a lot of these walkthroughs just don't have any like you should be here.
Yeah.
Let's see if GameSpot's walkthroughs any. Okay, GameSpot's walkthrough at least has images.
The
Metroid
one.
Recon. Okay, Metroid Recon, you guys can go fuck yourself because your images don't actually tell you where you need to be.
Yeah, funnily enough, Alex, the reason I was able to steamroll through Kraid 8 so easily, it was due to the fact that I was able to acquire the various suit early on, which is something you're not supposed to do at the start, and that's due to
Turn to the vertical shaft. From the exit point of the hidden room you were just in, jump up to the right onto a large pump, jumping to open up a route. No, Gizmo's here. Gizmo is apparently arriving.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and get his stream set up here on the picture-in-picture.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Gizmo was gonna be here. I will have to apologize for, So, okay, so aside from, well, what you were saying earlier about this particular game, what would you want in a future Metroid game if they were to continue the series?
Castlevania Symphony of the Night crossover.
Samus would...
Like, I want Samus and Alucard to team up and to fight, like, vampire Metroids and stuff like that.
Samus would just be like, yet another day in the office. Hey, Gizmo.
Yeah. That would be Alucard's attitude as well. I wonder, like, what would their children look like? They would be very blonde, I assume.
They would be very blonde and part Metroid. Hey, Gizmo. I apologize. We weren't sure if you were gonna join.
So they'd be half human, 1/4 Metroid, 1/4 vampire.
And also, have a shitload of bird DNA in there because of the Chozo.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh my.
Cool. Have you guys seen the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yes, I don't care what
Not to
anyone
be
says. Good movie.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Super Mario Brothers the movie.
Starring Bob Hoskins and that tool, John Leguizamo.
Well, now
I used to really like John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo was in a bunch of really good stuff that wasn't the Mario Brothers movie, and then he wants to try, because the Mario Brothers movie, he has Super Mario Brothers the movie, because the Super Mario Brothers movie is a different thing. Because Super Mario Brothers the movie has gotten a cultural reevaluation in the time since it was released. John Leguizamo has apparently decided that he needs to try and reclaim him being Luigi, even though he and Bob Hoskins were literally trying their best to drink those roles out of their memories while they were filming. So, just chugging away on beer and playing, literally, this is a story that came from set of the two of them, and that whenever they weren't filming, they were basically like sipping on beers and playing Super Mario Land together.
I believe that.
So anyways, yeah, I was really glad that they stuck with the origin from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, where they fell through a pipe and got sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Wasn't that always the case?
Okay, so Yoshi's Island kind of retconned it so that they were born in the Mushroom Kingdom, but like every other piece of media that we've seen in the Mario Brothers stuff has been and they're from Brooklyn, and that's where their accent's from. I mean, well, granted,
Okay, I'm back.
the accent's a little bit weird in some places, but there were.
And Gizmo, when you get on here, when you get your stream name up, just send us a link so we can.
I did.
All right.
I mean, I'm finished.
Give me 1 second.
Return to the bottom tunnel and descend the Kraid using the elevator. Okay, it says room on the left. Walk along the wall on the left side. There is no hidden tunnel in this room, guys. You talking about the one? You talking about the one up top? Yeah. Excuse me, but that doesn't lead from an elevator. That leads. This is from Brinstar. So yeah, so this is the elevator from Brinstar. Hidden tunnel, high jump boots in morph ball form. Bomb jump while pressing the directional pad against the left. Walk. Okay, so I bombed it, but there's nothing there. Okay.
Or would you say you are pressing the button and nothing is occurring?
No, something's occurring. It's just not what the walkthrough was telling me should be occurring. But yeah, the funny thing is, the Super Mario Brothers the movie, I'm sorry, I have to keep correcting myself because the Super Mario Brothers movie has a really stupid title. Well, they couldn't have just called it Super Mario Brothers, no, like Sonic the Hedgehog, when he got his movie. Although Sonic the Hedgehog, because if they'd called it the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, they would have also had an opportunity to call it Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, which was a different thing, which also wasn't a movie. Anyways, I digress. So, yeah. So the Super Mario Brothers the movie,
The Electric Boogaloo.
Could have been a really interesting thing and well done film, but it got kind of fucked up in the editing process. And if anybody is interested in seeing what the film might kind of been supposed to look like. Like, go buy the Blu-ray from Umbrella Video in Australia. Umbrella Video also has a version of The Punisher on Blu-ray, like the Dolph Lundgren film, The Punisher on Blu-ray with the alternate cuts of that film, and they also have the best version of Cowboy Bebop movie that you can get. They're all region unlocked because apparently the Umbrella Video doesn't give a shit, and that's not really a problem for me anyways because I have a Blu-ray drive that's region free and I can just play stuff. Anyways, so the thing about the original Super Mario Brothers movie is that it got messed up. It got messed up before it even started being made. Like the movie that Leguizamo, Hoskins, etc. signed on for was not the movie that we saw in theaters, and the movie we saw in theaters isn't the one the directors wanted to make anyways. That was kind of a studio issue, and the studio really seriously screwed that film. But the thing is, it was never going to be all that great to begin with, especially as a Mario movie, because they messed it up. They took a video game that had nothing to do with a lot of the stuff that they put into it, and added a bunch of irrelevant nonsense. And for as much as people can try and capitalize on you know, I was in this cult classic film now, sometimes the movie sometimes it's just a bad movie, and sometimes you just have to accept that. And, I don't... John Leguizamo isn't Italian, right?
No.
Nope. He's Filipino, I think.
Okay, yeah, so...
Or Hispanic.
Like, he's Colombian.
Oh, okay, there you go.
And while he's a really good comedian and a really, he's generally a good actor, I like him. I mean, most of the stuff he's in, and
You just don't like him as Luigi?
you just, well, it's not that I don't like him as Luigi. He did a perfectly fine job given the material he had, but like, at some point, like, you have to admit, like, John Wayne, and when he played Genghis Khan in The Conqueror, he would be the first person to admit that he was not the right man for that role. Well, like it was racially incorrect. He wasn't really able to deliver the dialogue the way it was necessary to portray the character, and the movie was a mess. The movie, it was trying to be, ironically, it was kind of trying to be like the Ten Commandments for Asia, but it failed. And as we saw, the Ten Commandments was already kind of a mess as it was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were trying, like, people will say, oh, the Conqueror is okay, well, like, it's not as bad as people portrayed it when it came out, and while it might not be, all of the problems with it still persist. Like, the bad casting, and the fact that we had a British man and a Colombian man playing two Italian Americans from Brooklyn, and it's like you can say, there's,
Was Bob
you could have
Hoskins
had
Italian?
Bob Hoskins was British.
So that's what I'm saying though. So
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, you had a pair of Italian brothers being played by a British guy and a Colombian guy, which is both about as far from Italy or Italian American as you can get. And like they weren't really trying to disguise the fact that these two were definitely not related, you know? Well, like they made a bunch of excuses for it, but at the end of the day, there are certain things you can't cover up. And you can't cover up the fact that a Hispanic guy and a British guy are related.
Oh, and let's also not forget one simple thing. And the fact that there was once a time where John Leguizamo in a movie ended up doing a bunch of stereotypes at once.
Oh god, yeah.
And Nostalgia Critic even flat out said that the color white is more black than he was.
You know what?
You have to really mess up in order to be considered whiter than the color white.
I vaguely remember the review you're talking about, and yeah.
Oh my.
Doug is 100% spot on with that.
He's right.
Yeah. That's a general rule of thumb.
Like, that's like, okay, they can, he was trying to argue, and it was like, okay, we could have like diversity, but diversity is irrelevant in an animated film. Like,
yeah.
This film, they could be orange and green space people from Mars. You know, we could literally have John Jones, the green Martian Manhunter, or doing, you know, he could put on Captain Lou Albano's voice, and it would be, you know, all the same to everybody, and to everybody who's watching the final product. Like, Phil Lamar played Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack does not look like Phil Lamar.
And he's too young to have Phil Lamar's deep voice.
Yeah. Floating enemies, a zip line, or rope platforms blocking the zip line.
Yeah.
In the room to the right of the save game room, bomb the crumbling block on the floor and drop down, run up the ramp. Okay.
So what's this about the Warner Brothers being dicks?
Oh yeah, I'll get to that. And so so when like some people can. I'm perfectly fine with John Leguizamo owning the fact that he was in the Super Mario Brothers the movie.
Yeah, I talked with somebody on Twitter, or like, why did he have to be somewhat, you know, disingenuous about how he felt with that movie?
I was gonna say, he's such a fucking prick about it.
Yeah, because it's like, you can't honestly tell me that the guy who got drunk on set and trying to forget that he was Luigi suddenly is proud of this. That's a load of bullshit.
Speaking of movies, or speaking of people that are in movies, how about we talk about the guys who are watching movies pretending
Super Mario Brothers the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I won't say that like it's not as a concept. It's not bad, and I like the idea of Bowser like taking control of the Mushroom Kingdom by being this this corrupt politician, but they didn't put in any effort to make it work. You know, oh, like they just have Dennis Hopper as a guy with hair, like spiked up. You know, like the spiked hair is the most effort you can say they went to, and it's quite unfortunate because you could do what they did and make it work if you put in a shitload of effort, but they put the effort into the wrong place in that particular movie. And like there is a load of like propaganda pamphlets and things, like all kinds of little things that go into the movie. And like they spent the money in literally all the wrong places they possibly could.
I don't think it helps that a literal married couple are in charge of the movie.
Yeah, like when you have this is one of those psychological things. Like when you have like a couple of brothers working on something, I think that two of them tend to have enough like rivalry between the two of them and to be able to like keep each other in check, kind of like the Russos do. Like the Russos, those make really good movies because as they tend to have kind of an I'm not going to say 100% that they have an adversarial relationship with each other, but they don't go off on some whack ass tangent like this fucking movie did. And like Super Mario Brothers the movie went off on a bunch of whack ass tangents, and that I really presume can only be achieved when you are working with somebody who you don't want to contradict. It's clear that neither of them were being a sobering influence on each other, or in terms of the production of that film, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like they were kind of gassing each other up. Like they were far too in love with their own ideas, and that's something as a creator you can never be too in love with your own ideas, because sometimes you will have a bad idea. Like Zack Snyder had that idea of like Batman and Lois Lane getting together after Superman died. He scrapped that idea before Justice League ever went to production. People still give him shit over it. And all I want to...
Yeah, he was like... Yeah, he was...
Go talk to George Lucas about some of the ideas he's scrapped over the years.
Yeah.
Not... Even some of the ones that made it to film. Go watch the assembly cut of Star Wars before he did before he went back and did all the re-edits and reshoots with his wife. And if like that's a case of like his wife, him and his wife were like screening the film together, and she said, and you know, that's not very good, that could be better. And he was like, you know what, you're right. And they went back and did like, it was like 6 months to a year's worth of post-production. And on the film, they did a bunch of additional photography, cut a bunch of stuff out, re-edited it, and they came out with a masterpiece. And Super Mario Brothers the movie is a clear example of a film that nobody said no to. Like,
Nobody cared. That was the thing.
Nobody cared enough to say no. Because, like, there's the Goombas. Who's gonna, like, the Goombas look awful in that film. Like, I will defend certain things that movie did. Okay, break this up. excuse me. Let me just on the left. Sorry, I'm trying to play the game and talk at the same time, and I'm failing.
That's all right.
I'm failing to do both. But the thing is that nobody said there were a bunch of really bad ideas in that film that nobody said no to, and there are a bunch of good ideas that nobody expanded upon. The fact that nobody said no to Bowser being just some guy in a business suit, like that's a mistake. The fact that nobody said no to the idea of like the Goombas looking like they did. And like the Goombas are cute little mushroom guys.
Goombas, Koopas,
that's not
Goombas, whatever those guys are.
Like
that was.
When did the Ninja Turtles movie come out?
Early 90s?
It was 1990 something, right?
You're right.
Yeah. So it.
Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so
Keep
Super
talking about
Mario
the movie.
Brothers the movie came out in 1993. That was about 3 years after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see here. 1990, yeah. So that was 3 years after. So if they could have made the Goombas. Sorry, they could have made the Koopas be guys in suits, kind of like the Ninja Turtles costume. They didn't. So that's. But they spent a bunch of money on a bunch of other stuff that didn't make it into the film in any appreciable manner. So that's great, guys. It's like they spent money on these on all of this like in-universe literature that's fully printed. And I will say, like, guys, as I've worked on movie sets, you don't do that. You don't actually make a full book. And I'm gonna say this to the guys who did Ant-Man and the Wasp: you don't need to write an entire book.
No,
Like, there's no reason
Pointless.
there is absolutely no reason for you guys to need to have written
all right,
that book that you did.
All right, I think I got all the power-ups.
They did. They wrote a bunch of in-universe literature that they wrote a bunch of in-universe literature that nobody has ever seen until a bunch of props went up for sale.
Which is dumb.
And yeah, that's really dumb. I think I'm in the right place again. I don't have any clue if I'm actually in the right place.
I do apologize, Alex, if
That's alright.
if any time I end up picking a game, it's one that just I don't want to. I feel lonely when I'm practically flexing.
See, next time we do something like this, we're gonna play Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Alternatively, I could have sworn we were going to do what was it?
Wait, which one,
Ocarina
though?
of Time.
Ocarina of Time. Yes, but here's the thing. Have you ever played Metal Gear Solid?
Not in any capacity, no.
I mean, just
Okay. So,
No, I've never in any capacity played Metal Gear Solid 1, and I have yet to acquire Twin Snakes. Next time I go to a con, I plan on getting. Next time I go to a con that has that game, I plan on getting it.
yeah, I keep trying to find a copy to pick up, but the thing is, they're absurdly expensive.
Go to a convention, and they'll have it. They have it at decent prices.
I have been to conventions. They don't have it at all.
I've been to conventions and they had it.
No, you can find it online.
Yeah, you-
find it out
Okay,
on the
Kevin.
web. That's even harder.
What?
Kevin, you live at or around a place that has things.
Actually, I've gone to Florida before.
Okay. Florida has things. Like the stuff that we have, driving distance from me, it's fucking nuts, dude. But I did actually pick up about half my James Bond DVDs at one of the conventions, so that was cool. Those are really nice. The weird thing is the first edition discs actually kind of look a little bit better than the remastered discs.
You know, one of these days, Alex, if we ever meet up or anything, dang, we just gotta
Granted, I did miss the most recent convention, so they might have had that on the dealer's floor, but I have.
I'm thinking about
earthly clue.
going to one of the cons in Orlando. Oh, and that con has Richard Epcar going.
Oh, nice.
I'm pondering getting I'm pondering getting a bunch of Bleach manga with his characters on. What is that noise?
Oh, that's just my fan.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I was a little concerned. I'm like, yeah, Chainsaw Man would come to an end. I wish either RGS or Seamus were available for these streams so that they could talk about that with us. Just because I not seen a single episode of Chainsaw Man. Oh, it does! From the clips I've seen of it, yeah, Mappa does a great job with that. Still can't salvage Attack on Titan. Nothing, no animation studio is going to be able to salvage Attack on Titan. Not after that ending. The ending where Aaron... The ending where...
the base enemy is man.
Exit
no.
room to the
Like I
left.
said, Aaron in the,
Look familiar.
like Aaron by the end of the manga is just like, I don't want Mikasa to love anybody else except for me. I don't want anybody else.
That's simp energy.
Yeah, he's literally an incel.
Now, incels simps love women too much.
No. Here's the thing.
That's
Here's the thing. Aaron.
himself.
No. Oh, Gizmo. Here's the thing. Aaron acts like he hates Mikasa with all of his being, but then he turns out he wants her.
Well,
So these are
lock
food.
in the floor and ride the tunnel down, but ride the tunnel
Essentially,
down.
yes.
God damn it.
He's a dumbass.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a given, and yet he's supposed to be one of the
The
smarter.
next tunnel is filled with floating enemies. The zip line and a row of platforms
Ah,
blocking
fuck.
the zip line's path.
God, I hate this
Okay.
energy tank. The last energy tank.
Blocks
The last energy tank I need to get.
This is exit the room to the left.
Which,
MGS1.
Yeah, the original.
Original.
I'd only be able to play Twin Snakes because I can't run PS1 games on my laptop.
The original is on GOG.com.
It's still on there, actually. I don't know if I'm able to...
I'm
I
gonna.
made it for the original, I just don't know if I'm able to.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can run that on there.
It's a game from like 1990 something.
Alex, let's put it this way. I went to a website to try to run a spoof of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is Knuckles, and Knuckles.
Huh.
Oh, fucking hell.
Exit the room to the left. Bomb the block on the floor and ride the tunnel down. Go right, use the platform to reverse the overhead tunnel. Go through the upper room to the right. What map is GameSpot using for this? Because okay, I'm gonna bomb everything now.
You sometimes have to do that. As a first timer in Metroid. Like, usually
Bomb.
Yeah, just...
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Booyah!
Anything, I actually have the original Metal Saw here for PS1. The problem is that tables I have for PS2 will not run PS1 games, or at least the ones I have.
What? What do you...
Okay, so what is that, because I got a new CPU, and I thought it was weak, the look of the anything on it, unless it's with the cigar, so it's not getting
Alright.
those fucking things.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. It's Robot Ridley!
Go for it. So when it comes to certain Disney games, it's like a collection of old games with a more
Oh, by the way, interesting thing about the final boss in this game, if you get everything, he's harder.
what I was literally trying to say was, because of the hyper cable I have, there are certain games I'm unable to play, and certain games straight up.
Try to... So you want to go into your... You're using a Slim or regular PS2?
Slim.
Okay, that might be an issue. But go into the settings and, okay. Bomb the block on the floor and ride the tunnel down.
Tucker said that they actually acknowledge the problem and trying to fix it, but the problem is
I have... That's weird, because I have I have Hyperkin cables. They seem to work perfectly fine. See, I didn't have that issue when I tried it.
Come on, Robot Ridley. Yep! I've been at this point for a while now.
Did you collect everything?
I hopefully did. If not, then I'm just gonna be sad. 99% likely. My least favorite number, or when it comes to trying to complete these games. Come on, you robotic bastard.
Platform.
Booyah!
I'm trying to read these walkthroughs, and it's either I'm...
Suck it.
Okay,
Nothing.
cyborg.
trying to read these walkthroughs. Oh, that's a nice CPU there.
Well, I'm getting... Oh, I got to the self-destruct sequence.
Either I'm,
Oh, shoot it up. Oh, shoot it up.
Go, 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 go. I forget what would. No wait, the thing that Johnny and Elliot were singing during the review was gotta go right now, gotta go right now, gotta go right now. And then question, Gizmo. How do you feel about the Ben 10 character known as Captain Nemesis? He was a idol of Ben.
Which Ben 10 are we talking?
Just
Talking like Kid Ben, Alien Force, Virtual Ben Run.
no. This is character from Ultimate Alien.
What do you make me around? No more to follow.
Basically, the character in question was like an idol to Ben 10, and like he was a hero that he looked up to. Oh, but
Do you like one of those heroes
he was a genuine hero, but then he ended up forgetting that hero business wasn't just about the glory, it was about helping people. Oh,
Yeah, it's been like so long since I've watched
It's been a while since I gave a shit about that.
oh, yeah.
I think the only reason people even look back at that then is because of Mike Tennyson.
Who ends up being voiced by Terra in Alien Force Ultimate Alien, and I'm done with the game.
Yeah, this is quite tricky. I think she was like slightly older than Ben, but still, that's still
Original series, yeah. Original series, yes, but Alien Force Ultimate Alien, she's older.
high school age, I think she was.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
high.
like I said, my
Yeah,
motto is her age is on the clock.
Mission accomplished. Samus
Oh,
had saved
that-
the day.
Discord on my laptop for some reason. I was trying to keep the chat, and because I got an ad and it wouldn't pop up on
Yoshio
laptop.
Sakamoto.
It just I wound up in that chat, and my laptop doesn't have a microphone hooked up to it, so that was my bad. You guys haven't been hearing me speak for a while now.
Yeah, you did cut off.
Oh yeah. So the Super Mario Brothers movie versus Super Mario Brothers the movie.
Animated is
There's not a lot
better.
of wasted effort on screen. And like you don't have them wasting money on stuff that doesn't get shown off. Although they did waste a bunch of money on licensed songs that didn't need to be there.
I didn't even
That,
Take on me.
yeah, Take on Me should not have been there.
Take on Me was also in the
TDC also should not have been there.
Take on Me was also in the Teen Titans Go to the Movies, but that was when they were trying to travel back in time to retcon on every superhero's origin story.
Why didn't they use something like there's all kinds of things they could have done that they
By the way, Alex, do you remember what I told you when the Titans needed the heroes back because they didn't want to stop all the crime?
Yeah.
They pushed Batman. They pushed Bruce's parents back into Crime Alley.
Yeah, I saw
What
that.
the hell? That was so. That was insane. And then they eventually were like,
Robin's got like a Robin just gives Bruce this grin and it was like, you are
I don't care.
Dick.
So what if it's DC? I love making cameos. Not now, Stan Lee!
Like I said, that was probably the only thing I could talk about Teen Titans Go.
What about Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go? That was actually pretty good as well.
Haven't seen it.
Well,
I
here's
heard
the...
it was crap.
It was at... Never mentioned
It was
Young
better than
Justice.
Teen Titans Go versus Superhero Girls.
That one could be
Literally.
Apparently, it's like it wasn't technically a crossover. They just put Teen Titans Go there just to get people.
Clear time, 3 hours, 25 minutes, 37 seconds. You're ready for collecting items. God damn it! I missed one!
Perfectly cut off screen.
What the fuck?
Ah!
Yeah.
Cut off screen.
I am salty. I am
fucking kidding.
salty.
I bombed that wall, I jumped up and down in front of it, I...
You're even
Ow.
saltier than the burger I ate just now.
Knew it.
Well, anyway.
Okay.
Well, anyway, seeing as I'm finished with Zero Mission, I am going to run upstairs to grab my Switch and bring it back down. So I will be right back.
There's no special room there that I can see, but there's a thing. A baconator.
No, I'm fucking stuck. I can't move anywhere out of this area.
Much bacon. So, I guess you guys already talked about the new Mario movie. I guess mind if I get my thoughts across it?
You know, if it was Kevin eating the Baconator instead, he would be Kevin.
Hey.
Yay.
Ha ha ha.
Sit in the corner.
It's not funny.
Sit in the corner.
Onions must die.
Fuck this game.
Like I said, this is why I can't get into Metroid.
But yeah,
Tried Fusion. Fusion got like stuck at
the
like,
weird-
what,
the weird-
third.
the weirdest thing is, like the Dungeons and Dragons movie, the movie is not what the dumbass culture war people were trying to say about it. Like,
We're still talking about
like-
Mario, right?
No,
Like
but you're
Peach-
worried about it.
no. I'm not talking about like the anti-social justice side. I'm talking about the social justice warriors. The SJWs were all yammering about how it's going to be some big empowerment thing, and then all of a sudden it's just a normal ass movie. And that, like, people forget that the anti-social justice side is not like we don't just go off half-cocked about this shit unless you're certain people. Like people were genuinely concerned about this because of how it was being reported on, and like
SJW
strangely enough, like it was just a normal ass film. Like despite the garbage people were proclaiming about it, it was just like, and this was people who were in support of the film were claiming this, and then comes out that it's just a normal ass movie.
Normal as Illumination movie. That's what my opinion is, because I say it right now, while I do consider it basically mid, it is still
It's